Hey y'all, this is Mandy, the Sleep Nana, and this is my week 20 update after having VSG surgery. So, I had surgery on June the 23rd in Charleston, West Virginia with Dr. Rossi. I'm 44 years old, 5 foot 4 inches. My high weight was 259.6, surgery weight was 247.6. Last week I weighed in 189.6. My body loves them 0.6s. Today, I weighed in at 187. So that means I'm down 72.6 since my high weight, 60.6 since surgery weight, 2.6 since last week, which puts me down to having 47 pounds to go until I hit my goal weight, which is 140. I say it in all my videos, I think. As of right now, my goal weight is 140, but that may or may not change the closer that I get to it. I'll adjust that if need be. So, and like I said before too, I have weighed 140 before, but since I've gotten older and had 4 kids, I carry my weight differently than I did when I weighed 140. So we'll see. That's yet to be seen. I had been coming in pretty consistently with around a 1 pound a week loss. So I was pretty excited when I realized I lost almost 3 pounds this week. And I was just talking to my cousin earlier today, and I told her that she's had VSG surgery too. I told her I was getting kind of frustrated, but trying not to, over these little losses, and because I'm trying to keep this mentality of every pound puts me a pound closer to my goal, which is true. But sometimes you just want to see a little more action on the scale, right, ladies and guys? So that happened this week, and I didn't even realize until after my conversation with her when I looked in my journal and seen what I weighed last week. So that's pretty good. What changed? What did I change? Well, the one thing that I debated on changing because of the stomach issues that I've been having, I added back in the Premier Protein, guys. If you caught any of my other videos, I mentioned in a few of them actually that I'd been having trouble with dumping syndrome, and I had it narrowed down to either this or the skinny syrups. It's like, I need to know. I mean, I just gotta know, you know, because these protein drinks really help me hit those protein goals. And so I did it, and I was bracing myself to have the stomach pains, and begged Jesus to either help me or just bring me on home, whatever, you know what I mean? It gets that bad, guys. I mean, I don't really want to die, but y'all know what I'm saying. So I determined that it was the skinny syrups, because I've not had any issues. And I'm gonna, most of y'all probably know the nutrition facts on this, but I'll go ahead and show you guys in case there's some that maybe is still pre-op and looking for protein supplements. This one is my favorite. It's the cafe latte. It does have caffeine in it. If your surgeon has told you to stay away from caffeine, then I don't recommend you getting that one. My second favorite is the caramel, and the chocolate is also pretty good. The phone would start ringing as soon as I get on here. And my husband will let it ring. He's sitting downstairs right beside the phone. It's still ringing. Okay. Anyway, caramel is good. The chocolate is is really good if you like chocolate. I'm not a big fan of chocolate, but I will use the chocolate when the store that I live close to is out of caramel. Because I use the protein drinks or protein shakes in iced coffee anyway. So, but my surgeon said that coffee is okay with him. That his main concern is carbonated drinks that he did not want his patients to have. So, but I seen this keto coffee, and I am a coffee fanatic, so of course your girl had to get one. I have the Heavenly Hazelnut. Let's see. Here's the nutrition facts on that. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite thing in the world. It does have like a slight, very slight aftertaste. I mean, that's when comparing it to like the Starbucks energy drinks in a can, the Monsters. Like, that's what I drank before surgery. So, I mean, but this has like no sugar, 1 gram of sugar, 130 calories. So, and I think the other ones have like 230 or 240. I think one of them might even have 260. So, considering that, this is hella good because it don't have none of the other stuff in it. So, I would, it's a good substitute for that, is what I should say. Okay, and so I discovered something else. I don't know about y'all's Walmart, wherever everybody's tuning in from, what they carry, but the Walmart that I live closest to, I mean, it's still like 30 minutes away. They only carry the small bottles and the Torani syrups, and they're like, I want to say like $6 maybe, roundabout ballpark figure. So I got online and I thought I want to see what other flavors they have, just so I don't get bored. I mean, but I really don't see myself getting bored with coffee, but hey. So they had the bigger bottles for, I think these were around $8. So I'm like, well, that's a no-brainer. So I got the peppermint because it's about that time of year, and Irish cream because sometimes I miss the Baileys. I ain't gonna lie, because before surgery, that's what your girl was putting in her coffee. Okay, keeping it real. But these are really good in my hot coffee in the mornings and in my iced coffee, so I'm enjoying those. And I had mentioned before about having my blood work done, and there was a mix-up with what panels were supposed to be ran and all that jazz. So I had to go back and have it done again. My iron was low, and I had been taking the Flintstone vitamins with iron, which is what my surgeon and dietitian just generally prescribes to everyone. And they didn't work for me, but yet, I mean, they were fine for a family member of mine. No issues. Actually, 2 of my family members. But I think that maybe the reason why it just wasn't enough for me is because I was anemic prior to VSG surgery. So I just think that it just maybe wasn't enough to give me that boost that I needed. So I have since then gotten these. It's the multivitamin 1. Just take one. It is a capsule. It's not the dissolvable ones like I've seen a lot of people on here take. That's the size of them. I don't know if you guys can really tell. I mean, it's not huge, but it's not exactly tiny either. I want to say it has, 45 milligrams of iron. So I will report back when I have my iron tested again to see if these helped improve my numbers. Today I should have probably said this in the beginning, we are talking vitamins and protein. And since I just mentioned protein, and I realized I forgot to mention when I was talking about my coffee, this is what I put in my coffee that I have in the mornings. So I have a cup of hot coffee in the morning when I wake up while I'm doing my work, getting started on my work. I work from home. And this is what I put in there. And then in the afternoons, my iced coffee, I use the Premier Protein. That's why I just decided to finally go and get my hair cut off. And y'all, I can't even explain how much better it feels. Like, I mean, I still am having some fallout. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's not nearly as bad as it was. Set that there till we're done. It's not as thick as it was. It's still pretty thick. But like, I'll try to hide it with these bangs here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I've got some bald patches in here. This used to be thick, but my hair grows really fast. And you can see there's new hair there. And if y'all see some gray, it just is what it is, okay? Because I'm trying not to put any chemicals on it right now either. And I'm 44 years old, so, I mean, it's a thing. So you can see right here, the new hair growing back in. Yeah, right there's a good patch going. So, I mean, it's had it okay, I guess. Probably if I would look closely on the back with 2 mirrors, I would find some more bald spots back there, but I have not done that. So, which leads me to talk about biotin. Now, even though my vitamin levels, or even though I'm having hair loss, my vitamin levels for all my B vitamins and whatnot were fine. So I just think that the hair loss is something that, you know, was inevitable to happen for me. And I'm not going to get on here and act like I'm some kind of expert and say it's going to happen to everybody, because it might not. But for me, I think it was just inevitable because my vitamin levels were fine. But I had been taking this collagen. I think I picked this up from Walmart. As you can see, I've only got like 2 left. I didn't take this every day since surgery, because I have also been using Dr. Axe collagen, multi-collagen support. It's a powder form, and I was putting that in my coffee too. So, like on the days that maybe I didn't have an iced coffee, I would use this. But on the days I had an iced coffee and was using the Premier Protein and not the Gene Pro, I would throw the Dr. Axe one in there. Lost my train of thought. But the days that I didn't, I was having these. Whenever I started noticing the hair loss, I got insane. There were days that I would take this and the powdered collagen. But I would space it out because I was afraid of it giving me a stomach ache. Biotin. I take one of these every morning and have, I'm going to say, probably about 5 years prior to surgery, because I've always, you know, tried to take care of things pertaining to my hair, my nails, my skin, and I know that this makes a difference, so I've taken these for quite a while. Would my hair loss be worse had I not been already taking this? I don't know. Who knows? I think it's going to vary from one person to the other or to the next. So I'm not going to say, you know, hey, go ahead and start taking these now and you won't have any hair loss. You ain't going to hear that from me. Do I think that it probably would have been worse? I do. Just my personal opinion. I'm not an expert, like I said. But I mean, what's it going to hurt anyway? You know, take it-ish. Okay, another one that I take every morning is B12. It's good for metabolism. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's it just says energy, metabolism. Yeah, energy. But I think I got these, guys. I'm thinking I got these at the dollar store, like Family Dollar. And they're not really expensive. And the Fetch app, download that on your phone. Periodically, the dollar store, or no, not the dollar store. There's certain brands that when you purchase and it's on your receipt, you'll get like bonus points for on the Fetch app when you scan your receipt. And these gave me, I want to say 100 bonus points because this brand, maybe it was 100 between the both of them. So 50. And I'll put that link down below. And when you sign up and you use that code, you'll get bonus points for signing up when you scan your first receipt. So, since I stopped using the Flintstone multivitamins, before I had gotten these in, because I've not been using these long enough for this to have shown up on my last blood work that I had done. This is what I was using after the Flintstones, because I was in Walmart and they had these, and I just grabbed them because I was there until these came. But these do not have enough iron in them. But I mean, I figured as long as I was taking something, it was better than nothing. So this may have contributed to all of my other levels being good, but not my iron. So if you're taking something like this, make sure to look at the iron because it's really important. Sorry about that. Make sure to look at the iron because that's super important. And if you prefer taking something like this and your iron's not super low and you just want to take an iron supplement every other day, I have a family member whose surgeon said that that was fine to do that because constipation can happen. Again, run that by your surgeon. That was just for her, from her surgeon and her particular situation with the bathroom. So everything I'm saying, run by your surgeon or your dietitian or both. Vitamin D. This is what I have always used. This is another one that I have been taking years before surgery. This is 1,000 units, or IU, I think that's what that means. 25 mcgs. This is what I've always used. I mentioned in one other video, we are outdoorsy people. I am outdoors quite often, so I do get some sun exposure, and I didn't know that that thing you see behind me could possibly contribute to that. It's up for debate. It's, you know, some people will argue it, but others, you know, say that studies have found that even artificial light helps with vitamin D. I don't know, but I can just tell you that my levels are fine. So, okay, calcium supplements. I've always used the Chews, well, since surgery, because I should have brought a calcium pill up here that my husband takes. If you haven't seen one, them things are huge, y'all. So there was no way I was even going to attempt that. So here's what I've used. The first one that I bought, I love all things coconut, was the Bariatric Advantage Calcium Citrate. This one has vitamin D3 in it too. Coconut. As much as I love coconut, this was tolerable. It was not my favorite, but I took it anyway because, you know, I spent money on that, and I needed the vitamin. This one is the Bariatric Pal brand. Calcium citrate, same numbers. This one has vitamin D. I think they all do, actually. The Strawberry Twist. This one was really good. I recommend that. And the next one that I got, and all these I got on the Bariatric Pal store, the website. I've just gotten different brands just for the different flavors. Not because they did anything different or helped me accomplish anything different. It was just the variety of flavors. This one is Bariatric Fusion. The caramel. This one was really good, and I'm going to say that this one was probably my favorite. It really was like having a little, one of the caramel chews. That's the candy kind, but just not as sweet. I mean, you can tell that's not what you're eating, but it definitely puts you in mind of it. So that one's definitely my favorite. And the one I just got in today, because like I said, I am all things coffee, all things coconut, Cafe Mocha, the Celebrate brand. That's where I'm at with my vitamins. You don't have to spend a lot, I don't feel, to get your numbers where they need to be. I know some places, doctor's offices will push a certain brand, or, you know, even carry their own brand in their office, and naturally they're going to suggest that you use those. And they're always going to probably cost more, but you don't have to spend more to get and keep your levels where they need to be. I mean, hence, you know, I mean, I'm dollar store, Walmart, dollar store. And even though these didn't come from the dollar store or Walmart, I think they were like 15 bucks. And 4 months supply. There's 30 in here. So, not bad. The collagen came from the dollar store too, guys. So, yeah. I think that's it. So, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would do that. And if you want to click that bell icon, you'll be notified when I upload another video. And please give this video a thumbs up, because that really helps my page. And I will see you guys in a week. Hope everybody has a good week and a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.